Hi, my name's Doug with DR Power. Congratulations on receiving your new stump grinder. Today we're going to go over the unboxing of the unit and also the assembly. As we begin the process of unboxing and assembly, there are a few safety items we may want to have on hand. Things like gloves, a wire cutter, safety glasses, and also a sharp utility knife. All right, so now let's get to the unboxing. All right, now we want to take off all of the packaging and the banding that holds these on. These may be a little bit tight, so they may spring back, so safety glasses are a good use here. And now that all the banding is removed, the unit is loose from the pallet. We just need to remove the bubble wrap from the handlebars and we'll begin assembly. The first step in assembly is we need to remove the left tire. To do so, we're going to use a 1/2-inch wrench. We're going to loosen the bolt. We're then going to jack the stump grinder up, and then we're going to remove the tire and the hardware. All right, with the 1/2-inch wrench, we're just going to slightly loosen that bolt, and then we're going to prop the machine up. We're going to take the bolt out. There'll be a lock nut and a large flat washer. And we're going to pull the tire off. Do note that there is a key in there. Make sure you do not lose this. Now we need to assemble the handlebars. To do so, on the left side, it uses 2 bolts. One of them is 1 1/4 inches, the other is 2 1/4. The smaller one goes on the bottom. We'll do that one first. Once we get the pushed in there, we'll then take the nut and reach underneath and hand tighten. The second bolt is going to come in from this direction for the upper part of the handlebar. And then you just want to hand tighten this nut. Now at this point, we're going to use the 2 remaining 1 1/4 inch bolts to secure the handlebars on the right side. We will hand tighten the nuts, and then we'll use a 9/16 inch wrench to tighten them. And now we're going to install the brake band over the brake drum. To do this, we'll take the brake band and we're going to place it over the large 2 1/4 inch bolt. We're going to take the nut, and for now we're just going to hand tighten. Now on the lower portion of the brake band, we're going to take the remaining bolt and nut, and we're going to slide it through the bottom of the brake band, noting that it's going to go through this spring hole. And we'll take the nut and place it on the back side and hand tighten. Now the upper bolt, we're going to tighten with 9/16, just tight enough so the band can still move slightly on the drum. Same with the bottom, using 1/2-inch wrenches on the bottom. Okay, now it's time to put the tire back on. First, we're going to want to take the key that we safely saved before and slide it into the keyway. Now that the keyway's on, we're going to place the tire over the axle, lining up the keyway. And now we're going to take the flat washer, the lock washer, and the bolt and insert them back into the axle. And we'll hand tighten all the way down. Now that it's hand tightened, we're going to lower the unit, and then we'll be able to tighten it with a wrench. If the brake is too tight or too loose and won't engage, you can adjust by the following. To loosen the tension, you back this top nut off. To tighten the tension, you would tighten this nut. Once completed, secure by bringing the bottom nut all the way to the top and tighten with a 1/2-inch wrench. And now it's time to connect our wiring harnesses. On this model, being an electric start, there are two wiring harnesses. The electric start has a red wire. The other operator presence control has a green wire. To connect the starting switch on the electric start models, you will take the harness with the red wire and then slide it over the starting switch. And then we connect the operator presence control harness, which has the green wire, to the switch for the operator control. And now we need to install the throttle control cable. To do so, we're going to need to loosen the Bowden clamp or remove it. That's located right here. Using a Phillips screwdriver, we'll take the screw out, and then we're going to take our cable and we're going to insert this tip into the furthest left hole on the throttle control. And now we need to reinsert the Bowden clamp. Now we need to properly tension the throttle control. To do so, we're going to hold the cable sheath, pull on the throttle control lever, release it, continue to hold the sheath of the cable, and tighten the Bowden clamp. Once it's tightened, you should have free movement when you pull the throttle control lever. When properly tensioned, the throttle control, when released, will go back to idle. Now we want to take our wiring harness and attach it out of the way on our handlebar assembly, using the zip ties included. We'll do one on the higher portion and one down below. And now we're going to attach the wiring harness to the upper handlebars, using the two zip ties included. All right, now let's take the unit off of the pallet. Now we just want to hook the battery up. This is the electric start model. You'll just take the negative terminal and connect it to the battery. There we go. Now we have completely assembled our DR Stump Grinder. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please call our tech support line.